Welcome, dear friend, to Sleepy Wiki. As you settle in, gently let your shoulders soften and allow your breath to slowly deepen, easing you into a state of quiet repose. Tonight, we'll drift into a realm that shapes our waking lives, yet often goes unnoticed as we slumber. A realm of intricate design, ancient foresight, and whispered aspirations. Imagine the first paths carved by human feet, the quiet hum of a village growing from a single hearth, the deliberate placement of stone upon stone, creating havens amidst the wilderness. We'll explore the gentle art of how we arrange our shared spaces, from the very earliest settlements to the sprawling tapestries of modern cities, the subtle yet profound dance of urban planning. It's a journey not of bustling streets, but of the thoughtful intentions that lie beneath them, inviting us to contemplate the quiet beauty of ordered existence. If these quiet journeys bring you comfort, a gentle like or subscribe would be a lovely whisper of encouragement. Now, as your mind begins to wander, let us gently unfold the quiet history and thoughtful design woven into the fabric of our shared world. Our cities are like ancient trees, rooted deeply in the earth, their rings marking the passage of time, each layer telling a story of growth, adaptation, and human ingenuity. Tonight, as the world outside settles into its quiet rhythm, let's drift back through those rings, back to the very first whispers of urban life, understanding how we, as a species, began to sculpt the places we call home. For millennia, our ancestors were wanderers, guided by the rhythms of seasons and the migrations of game. They lived in harmony with the natural world, leaving little permanent imprint. But then, a subtle shift began, a revolution woven not with grand battles, but with seeds and soil. Around 10,000 to 12,000 years ago, as the last ice age receded, humans in regions like the Fertile Crescent started to discover agriculture. This wasn't just about growing food, it was about settling. When you plant crops, you commit to a place. And when you commit, you begin to build. These first sedentary communities, small villages at first, were the embryonic forms of what would become cities. The need to protect harvests, share labor, and manage water resources, a fundamental scientific challenge even then, began to draw people closer. Consider a simple river bend. It offers water for irrigation, fertile land, and a natural defense. But too many people near a river bend without a plan could lead to chaos, disease, and resource depletion. So, even in these early stages, an unconscious form of planning emerged, grouping dwellings, designating communal areas, perhaps even rudimentary paths. This was the first blueprint of collective living, an intuitive response to the spatial demands of a growing population. Fast forward a few millennia, and we arrive at the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, around 4000 to 3000 BCE. Here, in the sun-baked plains between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, true cities began to blossom. Take Ur, for instance, or Babylon. These weren't just collections of huts. They were complex organisms. Their inhabitants, faced with the challenges of arid climates, developed sophisticated hydroengineering techniques. They dug canals, built dikes, and managed intricate irrigation systems to bring water to their fields and homes. This wasn't merely practical, it was a testament to early scientific observation and problem-solving, understanding water flow and its interaction with the landscape. Mlin. Their cities were often encircled by massive defensive walls, a clear physical boundary between the Waplandulj and the Slaushar Wild. Within these walls, we see the first conscious attempts at spatial organization. While some early Mesopotamian cities grew organically, like a fungal colony spreading outwards, others, especially later ones, reveal evidence of deliberate layouts. Streets might be narrow and winding in the older core, but new districts show signs of a more orthogonal, almost grid-like structure. This geometric arrangement, precursor to modern urban grids, wasn't just aesthetic. It facilitated movement, property division, and the organization of public spaces around central temples, known as ziggurats, which literally anchored the sky to the earth in their beliefs. This early understanding of geometric efficiency and hierarchical space was a foundational class science of urban order. Across the globe, in the Indus Valley around 2500 BCE, another marvel of ancient urban planning unfolded. Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa stand as astonishing testaments to foresight. These cities were not only massive, but remarkably consistent in their design. They featured wide, straight streets laid out in a precise grid pattern, almost as if an unseen hand had drawn them with a ruler. What truly sets them apart, however, is their incredible sanitation system, a scientific achievement centuries ahead of its time. Almost every house had its own bathroom, connected to a sophisticated network of covered drains that ran beneath the streets, channeling wastewater away from the city. They even had public baths, like the Great Bath of Mohenjo-Daro, indicating a communal appreciation for hygiene. This wasn't haphazard. It required a deep understanding of fluid dynamics, construction, and public health, a silent testament to advanced civic planning driven by an early form of public health science. The standardization of brick sizes throughout the cities suggests centralized authority and a meticulous attention to detail, a kind of ancient quality control in construction. As civilizations waxed and waned, the art and science of urban planning continued its slow, thoughtful evolution. The ancient Greeks, with their love for democracy and philosophy, brought a new dimension to city design. Around the 5th century BCE, figures like Hippodamus of Miletus are credited with formalizing the grid plan, particularly in newly founded cities or rebuilt ones. He wasn't just laying out streets. He was consciously designing a social order into the physical space. The Greek city, or polis, was meticulously organized around public spaces like the agora, the marketplace and civic center, and the Acropolis, a fortified citadel often housing temples. This clear hierarchy of public, sacred, and private spaces reflected their societal values, showing that urban planning isn't just about infrastructure. It's about embodying a culture's worldview in stone and street. It was an exercise in applied sociology and political science, long before those terms existed. Then came the Romans, master engineers and administrators. Their empire, spanning vast distances, required efficient infrastructure, and their cities were the beating hearts of this network. The typical Roman city often began as a military camp, a castrum, which naturally lent itself to a strict orthogonal grid. Two main axial roads, the Cardo, north-south, and the Decumanus, east-west, intersected at the city's forum, the bustling center of civic life. Roman planning was driven by pragmatism and monumental ambition. They built aqueducts, colossal feats of hydraulic engineering, to bring fresh water from distant sources, ensuring sanitation and supply for their public baths and fountains. Their road networks connected cities like veins in a living body, facilitating trade and troop movements. They pioneered concrete, a revolutionary material science innovation, allowing for vast public buildings, stadiums, and intricate sewer systems. The sheer scale and systematic approach to Roman urbanism demonstrated an advanced understanding of logistics, materials science, and civil engineering, making their cities not just places to live, but powerful statements of imperial order. After the grandeur of Rome faded, Europe entered the Middle Ages. Cities during this period often grew more organically, constrained by defensive walls and evolving from existing settlements. They were characterized by narrow, winding streets, high density, and the towering presence of cathedrals, reflecting the era's spiritual focus. Planning was less about grand, symmetrical layouts, and more about pragmatic responses to immediate needs: defense, market access, and religious centrality. These cities were like intricate living puzzles, each piece added out of necessity, creating a dense, complex, urban fabric. While less planned in the classical sense, the organic growth was itself a response to environmental pressures and social structures, showcasing an emergent, adaptive form of spatial organization. The Renaissance, a rebirth of classical ideals, brought back a fascination with order, symmetry, and humanism. Architects and theorists like Leon Battista Alberti and later Leonardo da Vinci envisioned plush ideal cities, utopian designs that blended aesthetics with functionality, often featuring radial plans or perfect geometric forms. This was a theoretical planning rooted in geometry, perspective, and an evolving understanding of human scale and beauty. Fortification designs also became incredibly complex, influenced by gunpowder warfare, leading to star-shaped bastions that were marvels of applied geometry and military science. This period laid the groundwork for the more systematic, aesthetically driven urban interventions of the Baroque era, where grand avenues and urban axes began to reshape cities like Paris, connecting key monuments in a theatrical display of power and perspective. As the Industrial Revolution began to churn in the 18th and 19th centuries, it fundamentally altered the urban landscape, often with devastating consequences. Factories sprang up, drawing vast populations from rural areas, leading to unprecedented, rapid, and unplanned growth. Cities became overcrowded, unsanitary, and rife with disease. The lack of proper infrastructure, clean water, sewers, open spaces, resulted in squalor and epidemics like cholera, highlighting a severe public health crisis. This chaotic period demonstrated, perhaps more starkly than ever before, the critical scientific necessity of urban planning. Without it, the human environment could quickly become hostile and detrimental to well-being. This crisis sparked a new wave of urban reform. Visionaries began to advocate for better housing, parks, and improved sanitation. Figures like Frederick Law Olmsted championed public parks, like New York's Central Park, as plush lungs for the city. A scientific understanding of the need for green spaces for public health and psychological well-being. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw the emergence of formal urban planning as a distinct profession. Concepts like Ebenezer Howard's Garden City movement sought to combine the best of city and country living, creating self-contained communities with green belts and planned infrastructure, blending social theory with spatial design. The City Beautiful Socialist movement in America focused on grand civic spaces and monumental architecture, believing that beautiful cities would inspire civic virtue. And crucially, the invention of zoning began to separate residential, commercial, and industrial areas, a regulatory tool born from the need to manage incompatible land uses and mitigate negative externalities like pollution. From the first communal fires around a shared resource to the sophisticated engineering of ancient cities, and through the grand visions and desperate reforms of later eras, urban planning has always been a continuous, evolving dialogue between human needs, environmental constraints, and our understanding of how to create functional, healthy, and beautiful places. It's a testament to our ongoing quest for order, efficiency, and harmony within the complex ecosystem of human settlement. And so, as we reflect on these journeys through time, we see that every street, every park, every building holds a fragment of this long, fascinating story. It's a story that continues to unfold, with each generation adding its own chapter. Tomorrow, perhaps, we can explore how these historical foundations led to the complex, multi-layered planning challenges and innovative solutions of the modern era, as cities continue to adapt and dream. These historical foundations gave rise to the theories and principles that shape our cities today. As we gently drift through the twilight, let's turn our thoughts to the very blueprint of our cities, the quiet symphony of structure and space that shapes our daily lives, often without us even noticing. This intricate craft is called urban design, and it's where science and art hold hands, creating the stage upon which human stories unfold. Imagine, if you will, that a city is like a grand, intricate tapestry. The threads are not random. They are woven with intention, guided by core theories, principles, and elements that have evolved over centuries. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are deeply rooted in our understanding of human behavior, ecology, and the delicate dance between us and our environment. Think of them as the foundational notes in a long, ever-evolving melody. One of the earliest and most enchanting movements born from the late 19th century was the Garden City theory. Envisioned by Ebenezer Howard, it was a gentle dream of weaving together the best of town and country. Like a careful gardener planting diverse seeds, Howard imagined self-contained communities, each nestled within a protective embrace of green belts, those natural buffers of parks, farmland, and forests. This wasn't just aesthetics. It was a profound acknowledgement of our innate human need for nature, a concept scientists later termed the biophilia hypothesis. This hypothesis suggests we have an intrinsic, deep-seated connection to other living systems, finding comfort and solace in green spaces. A garden city, with its ample green infrastructure, inherently sought to provide clean air, recreational opportunities, and even places for urban agriculture, reducing the city's overall ecological footprint long before the term sustainability was widely used. These green belts also act as vital ecological corridors, allowing wildlife to traverse urbanized areas and maintaining a healthier microclimate by mitigating the urban heat island effect, where dark city surfaces absorb and re-emit more heat than natural landscapes. Then came the City Beautiful movement, grand and majestic, like a powerful orchestral piece. Born from the American Progressive era, it sought to instill civic pride and moral order through monumental scale, grand boulevards, and imposing public buildings. Think of wide, tree-lined avenues leading to stately civic centers, all designed to inspire awe and a sense of shared community. While perhaps less focused on ecology, it understood the psychological impact of spatial legibility and grandeur. A well-ordered, visually harmonious city, its proponents believed, could uplift the spirit and foster a sense of collective identity. The clear hierarchy of spaces and landmarks aids in wayfinding, reducing the cognitive load on citizens navigating complex environments, making the city feel more understandable and less overwhelming. But as the world sped up and technology surged forward, a new theory emerged: modernism, a stark and often audacious shift. Pioneered by figures like Le Corbusier, it imagined cities as efficient machines, functional, streamlined, and organized. Tall towers, separated land uses, zoning, and vast road networks for the burgeoning automobile became its hallmarks. This approach, while solving problems of density and traffic congestion in its own way, often overlooked the human scale, breaking the intricate social fabric that had naturally evolved in older cities. It prioritized efficiency and order over the messy, vibrant spontaneity of human interaction, sometimes leading to places that, while structurally sound, felt cold or alienating, disconnecting people from their immediate surroundings and each other. In response to this, a theory called New Urbanism blossomed like a return to a beloved folk song. It gently pushed back against the car-centric, sprawling cities of modernism, advocating for a return to traditional neighborhood development. Imagine compact, walkable communities where homes, shops, and workplaces are all within easy reach. This isn't just about convenience. It's about promoting physical activity, encouraging serendipitous social encounters, and strengthening community bonds. Mixed-use zoning becomes crucial here, allowing a gentle blend of residential, commercial, and public spaces, fostering vibrant street life at all hours. This directly addresses principles like walkability, which isn't just about having sidewalks, but about creating an environment that invites walking through visual interest, safety, influenced by crime prevention, through environmental design, or CPTED, which emphasizes natural surveillance and clear territoriality, and proximity to destinations. This brings us to the core principles that guide urban design, much like the rhythmic patterns in music. Beyond walkability, there's pet connectivity. How well different parts of the city are linked, not just by roads, but by pathways, public transport, and shared spaces. A well-connected city feels permeable and inviting. Then there's the principle of human scale, ensuring that buildings and spaces feel proportional to us, the people who inhabit them, rather than overwhelming us. This relates to our psychological comfort and sense of belonging. Public space is another vital principle. Parks, plazas, squares, and waterfronts are not just empty areas, but the lungs and living rooms of the city, providing places for recreation, reflection, and collective gathering, essential for mental well-being and social cohesion. And woven throughout all these theories and principles is the overarching concept of sustainability. Modern urban design now strives to create cities that not only endure, but thrive, minimizing environmental impact, fostering social equity, and promoting economic resilience. This means incorporating ecological urbanism, which sees the city not as separate from nature, but as a part of it. Think of green roofs that absorb storm water and reduce building temperatures, permeable pavements that allow rainwater to seep into the ground rather than overwhelming drainage systems, and urban forests that clean the air and provide habitats for urban wildlife. These elements help maintain ecosystem services, turning the city into a more balanced and self-regulating system. Plun. The actual elements of urban design are the tangible pieces we see and touch. The buildings that form our skyline, the streets that carry us, the parks that invite us to rest, and the infrastructure that hums beneath our feet. Each element is carefully considered. The design of a street, for example, is more than just asphalt. It includes the width of the sidewalks, affording space for interaction, the presence of street trees, providing shade, improving air quality and calming traffic, the lighting, enhancing safety and ambience, and even the materials used. Buildings are not just shelters. Their facades contribute to the streetscape. Their orientation can capture sunlight or block wind, influencing microclimates and energy use. All these threads, the grand theories, the guiding principles, and the tangible elements, are interconnected, forming a complex system. They work together like the different sections of an orchestra, each playing its part to create a harmonious and functional whole. The science lies in understanding how these parts interact, how a change in one can ripple through the entire urban fabric, affecting everything from air quality to social interactions, from mental health to economic vitality. It's a continuous process of observation, experimentation, and thoughtful creation. As we settle deeper into this thought, let's next consider how these carefully designed spaces directly influence our daily routines, our experiences, and perhaps even our dreams within the urban tapestry. But how do these grand theories and beautiful principles actually become reality? As we drift a little deeper into the quiet hum of the night, let us explore how our cities, these magnificent, complex organisms, actually take shape. Imagine, if you will, that a city is like a vast, beautiful garden, constantly growing and evolving. To nurture this garden wisely, to ensure its flowers bloom and its trees provide shade for generations, we need a special kind of wisdom, a foresight that looks far beyond today. This is where we encounter the heart of urban planning, the comprehensive planning process. Think of the comprehensive plan as the city's grand dream, its enduring blueprint for the future, spanning perhaps 20 or even 30 years ahead. It's not just a wish list, it's a meticulously crafted vision, grounded in a deep understanding of the city's current self and its potential. It's the careful hand of a gardener mapping out where the pathways will lead, where the quiet ponds will reflect the sky, and where the vibrant rose beds will burst with color. Without such a plan, growth would be haphazard, like seeds scattered by the wind without thought, leading to tangled pathways and overshadowed blooms. This process begins as all good scientific endeavors do, with observation and data. Planners, much like diligent biologists studying an ecosystem, meticulously gather information. They look at demographics, understanding who lives in the city, how old they are, how many families are growing, and how these patterns are predicted to shift. This isn't guesswork. It involves sophisticated statistical modeling and demographic projections, much like meteorologists forecast weather patterns. But for people, they analyze existing land use, noting where homes are, where businesses operate, and where open spaces offer respite. Crucially, they also delve into the city's environmental conditions, mapping out sensitive wetlands, critical habitats, and floodplains. This is where tools like Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, become invaluable. Imagine GIS as a magical layering system. One transparent sheet shows the elevation of the land. Another shows the soil types. Another reveals the population density. And yet another highlights the network of roads and pipes beneath our feet. By overlaying these data maps, planners can visualize complex relationships and identify potential challenges or opportunities that would be invisible otherwise. It's like seeing the city's heartbeat, its nervous system, and its veins all at once. Once this rich tapestry of data is understood, the community itself, you and I, our neighbors, local businesses, is invited to participate in a profound act of visioning. What kind of city do we want to live in? What values do we cherish? Do we want more green spaces, better public transportation, thriving local shops, or quieter neighborhoods? This collective imagining leads to the setting of clear goals and objectives, transforming shared aspirations into tangible targets. For instance, a goal might be to reduce reliance on single-occupancy vehicles with an objective to increase bicycle lanes by 20% over 5 years. This collaborative effort helps embed social equity into the plan, ensuring that the benefits of growth are shared fairly across all communities and that access to vital resources like parks, jobs, and healthy food is equitable. Then comes the intricate work of plan formulation. This is where the comprehensive plan truly takes shape, integrating all the disparate elements into a cohesive whole. It addresses land use, where residential, commercial, and industrial zones will be. Transportation, how people and goods will move efficiently. Infrastructure, ensuring adequate water, sewer, and energy systems. Housing, providing diverse options for all income levels. Economic development, fostering sustainable growth. And environmental protection, safeguarding natural resources and mitigating climate impacts. It's an exercise in systems thinking, recognizing that altering one part of the city system, say building a new highway, will inevitably ripple through others, affecting traffic patterns, air quality, local businesses, and even neighborhood character. The plan strives to create a harmonious symphony, where each instrument plays its part without overwhelming the others, ensuring ecological balance and resource efficiency. Once formulated, the plan undergoes a rigorous public review and adoption process, eventually becoming an officially sanctioned guide. But a plan, however brilliant, is only ink on paper without a mechanism to bring it to life. This is where regulatory frameworks step in, acting as the city's diligent hands, carefully shaping its growth according to the comprehensive vision. If the comprehensive plan is the grand musical score, then the regulatory frameworks are the specific instructions for each musician, ensuring they play in tune and in time. The most common and powerful of these tools is zoning. Imagine the city divided into distinct districts, each with its own set of rules, much like different rooms in a house have different purposes and furnishings. Zoning ordinances specify what types of activities are permitted in each district, for instance, residential, commercial, or industrial. But they go further, dictating the how tall buildings can be, how far they must be set back from the street, how much open space they must include, and even the density of homes. Scientifically speaking, zoning is a sophisticated exercise in spatial organization and resource allocation, aiming to optimize land use to achieve community goals. It seeks to prevent incompatible uses from clashing. You wouldn't want a noisy factory right next to a quiet residential street, for example, and ensures that essential services can efficiently serve their designated areas. It's the silent guardian, ensuring that the city's circulatory system of roads and utilities can handle the flow of activity without becoming congested. Beyond zoning, we have subdivision regulations. When a large tract of land is divided into smaller parcels for development, these regulations ensure that new neighborhoods are properly laid out with safe streets, sidewalks, and all the necessary utilities, water, sewer, and electricity. They embody principles of network theory, ensuring that new connections integrate seamlessly into the existing urban fabric and that essential services are robust and accessible. They also often include provisions for stormwater management, drawing on hydrological principles to ensure that new development doesn't exacerbate flooding or pollute water bodies. Then there are building codes, the silent heroes ensuring our physical safety. These regulations set minimum standards for the design and construction of structures, dictating everything from the strength of foundations to the electrical wiring, fire safety measures, and accessibility for people with disabilities. They are deeply rooted in structural engineering, principles, and material science, ensuring that our homes and workplaces are resilient, healthy, and safe, built to withstand the forces of nature and the test of time. And let us not forget environmental regulations, which are critical for protecting the natural assets that sustain our cities. These frameworks might restrict development in sensitive ecological areas, mandate measures to improve air and water quality, or require the preservation of green infrastructure like urban forests and wetlands. These provisions are directly informed by ecological science, understanding the vital ecosystem services these natural systems provide, from filtering air and water to mitigating the urban heat island effect and supporting biodiversity. They are the city's lungs and kidneys, helping it breathe cleanly and process waste efficiently. Finally, historic preservation ordinances safeguard the architectural and cultural heritage that gives a city its unique soul and identity. These regulations, informed by disciplines like history, anthropology, and specialized material conservation science, ensure that the stories etched in stone and timber are not lost to the relentless march of time, preserving the echoes of the past for future generations. Together, these comprehensive plans and regulatory frameworks form a dynamic duo, guiding our urban landscapes with intention and foresight. They are not static decrees, but living documents constantly monitored and adapted as cities grow, needs change, and new scientific understanding emerges. They represent our collective effort to sculpt spaces that are not just functional, but beautiful, sustainable, and equitable for all who call them home. As we consider how these intricate rules bring order and intention to our urban fabric, perhaps we can begin to appreciate the silent choreography that plays out around us every day. Yet even the most thoughtful plans must reckon with powerful forces beyond their control. As we gently drift through the quiet tapestry of our cities, we begin to notice that the visible structures, the towering buildings, the winding streets, the serene parks, are but the outer shell of something much deeper, much more intricate. Beneath the calm surface, like silent currents in a vast sleeping ocean, lie the invisible forces that truly sculpt and reshape our urban landscapes. The whisperings of economics, the gentle tug and pull of market forces. Imagine, if you will, the city as a grand interconnected organism, breathing and growing with an inner rhythm. What nourishes this growth? What sets its pulse? It is, in essence, the flow of resources, the energy of investment. Think of investment as the nutrient-rich water flowing through the city's veins, reaching every corner. When a new public transit line is planned or a green space is revitalized, these public investments act like gentle catalysts, signaling to the private sector, here there is potential. Here, new life can flourish. This delicate dance of public and private capital is foundational. For example, studies have shown how strategic investment in public infrastructure, a new bridge, a renovated historical district, can significantly increase surrounding land values and attract further private development, a phenomenon observed globally as cities strategically leverage their budgets to direct and stimulate growth. One of the most profound of these invisible forces is the very concept of land value. It's not just about the soil beneath our feet. It's about location, about accessibility, about the silent promise of opportunity that a particular parcel of earth holds. Picture a tranquil pond, and in its very center, a tiny glowing beacon. This is often where a city's primary business district or central business district resides, a hub of activity, commerce, and connection. As you move further away from this luminous heart, the intensity of the light, and thus the value of the land, gently diminishes. This observation, formalized in what we call bid-rent theory, explains why businesses, particularly those reliant on high-foot traffic or immediate accessibility, are willing to pay a premium for land closer to the center. Each type of land use, from gleaming office towers to cozy residential homes, has a different bid it's willing to offer, creating a series of concentric, invisible rings where land use naturally organizes itself based on this economic gravity. The closer to the magnetic pull of the city's core, the higher the rent, the more intensive the land use, reflecting a simple yet powerful truth. Location is not just a place, it's an economic proposition. Now, let us consider another gentle yet powerful force: the tendency for similar activities to cluster together. Imagine a beautiful, diverse garden where certain flowers thrive when planted near each other, sharing nutrients and attracting beneficial insects. Cities often exhibit a similar pattern, driven by what we call agglomeration economies. This scientific principle describes the economic benefits that arise when businesses and people locate close to one another. Think of a financial district, a Silicon Valley of technology, or a fashion hub. By gathering together, these entities can share a specialized labor pool, making it easier to find skilled employees. They can benefit from a network of specialized suppliers and services that cater specifically to their needs. They can even experience what's known as knowledge spillover, where ideas and innovations are more easily shared and diffused simply because people are in close proximity, sipping coffee in the same cafes, attending the same industry events. This clustering can reduce costs, foster innovation, and create a powerful synergy that far outweighs the disadvantages of competition, leading to vibrant, specialized districts within the urban fabric. Of course, all these currents are ultimately guided by the universal ballet of supply and demand. Whether it's the demand for a cozy apartment, a new retail space, or even the very land itself, prices fluctuate like the gentle rise and fall of the tide. When many people wish to live in a particular neighborhood and there are few homes available, the demand outstrips the supply, and prices will naturally ascend. Conversely, if there's an abundance of commercial space and fewer businesses seeking it, rental rates may gently decline. This dynamic interplay directly influences affordability, shapes population distribution, and determines where new construction is most viable. It's a constant, sensitive adjustment, always seeking a quiet equilibrium, yet ever responsive to the changing desires and needs of the city's inhabitants. And just as the seasons turn, bringing periods of growth and periods of rest, so too do the economic forces within a city operate in cycles. We speak of real estate cycles, periods of boom and bust, where investment can surge like a springtime flood or recede like a quiet autumn stream. These cycles are influenced by broader macroeconomic factors, interest rates, global economic health, technological shifts, and they shape the rhythm of development, influencing when new projects are initiated and when the city quietly consolidates its growth. Urban planners and economists often analyze these cycles, using sophisticated models and geospatial data to anticipate trends, much like a seasoned sailor reads the ocean currents, attempting to guide the city's course with foresight and gentle wisdom. These invisible hands, these economic drivers and market forces, are not always perfectly visible, yet their fingerprints are everywhere, etched into the very layout and character of our cities. Understanding them is key to understanding how our urban homes evolve, how opportunities arise, and how the dreams of countless individuals coalesce into the physical reality around us. We see their effects in the vibrant pulse of a downtown, the quiet charm of a residential street, the bustling energy of a commercial hub. They are the unseen architects, constantly shaping the living, breathing entity we call a city. Lan. But market forces alone do not shape our cities. There is another hand at work, one of collective will and public purpose. As we drift deeper into the quiet hum of the sleeping city, let's turn our thoughts to the quiet decisions that guide a city's growth, the policies that shape its very soul. We're talking about political governance and the intricate dance of policymaking in our urban environments. And imagine, if you will, the city not just as a collection of buildings and streets, but as a vast, living organism, breathing and evolving. Within this organism, governance acts like its central nervous system, constantly receiving signals, processing information, and sending out impulses that dictate its functions. It's a wonderfully complex biological system, isn't it? And just like any organism, its health, its vibrancy, and its very future depend on how well this system operates. At the heart of this nervous system lies the process of policy formulation. Picture a group of dedicated city stewards, gathered not around a flickering campfire, but around tables laden with maps, charts, and glowing screens. They are trying to understand the city's pulse. What are its needs? Where are its stresses? Here, scientific facts aren't just dry numbers. They become the very language of insight. For instance, demographic data, like a careful census of the city's diverse cells, reveals how populations are shifting. Perhaps a neighborhood is aging, or another is experiencing a delightful burst of young families. This isn't just counting heads, it's understanding the changing social metabolism of the city, anticipating future demands for schools, healthcare, or parks. Similarly, Geographic Information Systems, GIS, become their powerful magnifying glass, layering data like an ancient parchment map brought to life. They can see patterns invisible to the naked eye. How traffic flows like blood through the city's arteries, where green spaces are sparse like depleted oxygen zones, or where access to public transport creates veins of connectivity. This spatial analysis, a core scientific tool, transforms raw data into actionable intelligence, revealing opportunities and challenges with exquisite precision. It's like seeing the city's hidden energy pathways, helping to diagnose ailments before they become critical. Once a policy is conceived, say a plan for a new public transportation line or a green energy initiative, it then needs to be implemented. This is where the city's circulatory system kicks in. Resources, both financial and human, must flow efficiently, like nutrients reaching every cell. This often involves intricate models of resource allocation, much like an economist's careful equation balancing supply and demand. Decisions about budgets aren't just political choices. They're often based on optimizing outcomes, trying to get the most beneficial biological response from the city for every dollar invested. Consider the challenge of managing shared resources, like public parks or clean air, a concept known in environmental science as avoiding the tragedy of the commons. Without thoughtful policies, these vital shared assets can be depleted. So policies might set up sophisticated management systems for waste, or implement carbon emissions targets derived from atmospheric chemistry models, ensuring the city's lungs stay clear and healthy for all its inhabitants. It's a delicate balancing act, a continuous negotiation between competing needs, all guided by the best available understanding of urban dynamics. But a city isn't a static blueprint. It's a living, breathing entity that constantly changes. This brings us to the crucial concept of feedback loops. Once a policy is implemented, its effects are meticulously observed, much like a doctor monitoring a patient's response to treatment. Are traffic congestion levels truly decreasing with the new bus routes? Is air quality measurably improving after the industrial regulations? This process involves performance indicators, carefully chosen metrics that scientifically track progress. Think of it as the city's sensory system, providing constant updates. And if a policy isn't working as intended, the system adapts. This iterative process, known as adaptive governance, is vital. It acknowledges that cities are complex adaptive systems full of emergent properties and often unpredictable responses. Policies aren't carved in stone. They are living documents, ready to be refined, adjusted, or even reimagined based on real-world evidence. It's a testament to the scientific method applied to social systems: observe, hypothesize, test, and refine. And how do these policies subtly guide the millions of individuals who make up the city's fabric? Here, behavioral science offers fascinating insights. Policies can sometimes employ gentle nudges to encourage certain behaviors, much like a shepherd subtly guiding their flock. For instance, the strategic placement of recycling bins, informed by urban psychology research on human convenience and decision-making, can significantly increase waste diversion rates. Or the design of public plazas, incorporating principles of environmental psychology to make them inviting and safe, can foster stronger community bonds. It's about understanding the human element in the urban equation, recognizing that we are all part of the city's delicate ecosystem, and that our collective actions, guided by thoughtful policy, can lead to a more harmonious existence. Finally, all these strands of governance inevitably weave into the grand tapestry of sustainability. Policies are increasingly designed with the planet in mind, striving for what urban ecologists call a closed-loop system, where waste becomes a resource and energy is renewable. We see policies mandating green building standards, informed by building science principles to minimize energy consumption and optimize indoor air quality, or initiatives to protect urban biodiversity based on ecological studies that highlight the critical role of green corridors and native species in city resilience. The goal is to ensure the city's long-term health, not just for us, but for countless generations to come, creating a metropolis that is not just efficient, but also ecologically intelligent. It's about seeing the city as an intricate part of the larger biosphere and governing it with that profound connection in mind. And so, the quiet work of political governance and policy-making unfolds, a constant process of observation, adaptation, and gentle guidance, much like a gardener tending to a vast, vibrant landscape. It's a profound responsibility, orchestrating the countless interactions that allow our cities to thrive, to evolve, and to continue offering a gentle, comforting space for us all. As the last echoes of policy decisions settle into the quiet night, let's gently shift our focus from the broad strokes of governance to the very fabric of our urban communities and how they form the heartbeat of the city itself. Yet all these policies, all these plans, ultimately serve one purpose: the people. As the city settles into its nightly hush, a different kind of life stirs beneath the streetlights and behind the curtained windows. We've spoken of the grand designs and the invisible forces that shape our urban landscapes, but tonight, let us gently turn our gaze to the very heartbeats of these places, the public spaces, and the profound, intricate ways they connect us all. Imagine the city not just as a collection of buildings and roads, but as a vast, interconnected network, much like the human body. If the infrastructure is the skeleton and the economy its vital organs, then its public spaces, the parks, plazas, libraries, and community centers, are the lungs, constantly breathing life, offering places for respite, connection, and shared experience. And just like lungs, for a city to truly thrive, these vital spaces must breathe freely, equally for everyone. This brings us to a beautiful yet sometimes challenging concept in urban planning: social equity. At its core, social equity whispers of fairness, ensuring that everyone, regardless of their background, income, or identity, has access to the same opportunities and resources within the city. Think of it like a diverse garden, where every seed, no matter its origin, needs the right amount of sunlight, water, and rich soil to flourish. Unfortunately, not all parts of our urban gardens receive the same care. For instance, have you ever noticed how some neighborhoods seem to have an abundance of leafy parks and tree-lined streets, while others might feel a little more concrete-heavy? Scientific studies have consistently shown a powerful link between proximity to green spaces and positive health outcomes. Researchers have observed that individuals living near parks and natural areas often report lower levels of stress, a reduced risk of cardiovascular diseases, and improved mental well-being. The simple act of seeing greenery, hearing birdsong, or feeling grass beneath your feet can subtly lower cortisol levels, our body's stress hormone, and enhance our sense of calm. But when these spaces are not equitably distributed, entire communities can be deprived of these fundamental natural benefits. And it's not just about green spaces. The very air we breathe can tell a story of equity. Environmental justice research clearly indicates that low-income and minority communities are disproportionately exposed to higher levels of air pollution, noise, and other environmental hazards, often located closer to industrial zones or major transportation arteries. This isn't by accident. It's a legacy of past planning decisions that, perhaps unintentionally, created stark divisions. Even access to reliable transportation, a seemingly mundane detail, plays a huge role. Good public transport access, studies reveal, can significantly increase employment rates and reduce burdensome commute times for low-income populations, opening doors to opportunities that might otherwise remain out of reach. So, how do we begin to cultivate this more equitable garden? The answer often lies in the gentle but powerful hum of community participation. Imagine trying to bake a cake for a grand celebration without asking anyone what flavors they like or what allergies they might have. The result might be a cake, but it wouldn't truly be their cake, made with their joy in mind. In urban planning, involving the people who live, work, and play in a neighborhood is absolutely essential. Evidence suggests that participatory design processes, where residents actively contribute to shaping their public spaces, lead to more resilient, cherished, and culturally relevant outcomes. When communities are invited to the planning table, when their voices are heard and their local knowledge valued, they develop a profound sense of ownership and stewardship over these spaces. They know which park bench is always in the sun, where the children truly love to play, or which corner feels unsafe after dark. This local wisdom is a treasure map for planners to lend. Moreover, Community-led initiatives are powerful catalysts for strengthening social ties and building collective efficacy, which is simply a fancy way of saying that when people work together to improve their shared environment, they build trust and a belief in their collective ability to make a difference. It's like many threads weaving together to create a stronger, more beautiful tapestry. And fascinatingly, incorporating local ecological knowledge passed down through generations can even enhance biodiversity and the ecosystem services provided by urban green spaces. From selecting native plants that attract local pollinators to designing natural drainage systems that mimic the land's original flow. These public spaces, then, become more than just open areas. They are the stage upon which the city's shared life unfolds. They are what the sociologist Ray Oldenburg called third places. Not home, not work, but vital spaces for informal social interaction. These third places are crucial for fostering social cohesion, bridging social divides, and simply allowing people from different walks of life to organically encounter one another. Perhaps over a game of chess in the park, a shared table at the library, or a concert in the square. Thon. They are also vital for the very air we breathe and the water we drink. Urban green spaces, even small ones, significantly contribute to urban biodiversity, acting as essential stepping stones for wildlife and offering invaluable ecosystem services like air purification, noise reduction, and even local temperature regulation. Think of a single tree filtering pollutants from the air, or a rain garden absorbing storm water runoff. Indeed, studies demonstrate that urban trees can reduce ambient temperatures by 2 to 8 degrees, mitigating the oppressive urban heat island effect, and absorb significant amounts of stormwater runoff, easing the burden on our infrastructure. And their benefits extend to our physical and mental well-being, far beyond just stress reduction. Exposure to nature, even just a view from a window, has been shown to reduce cortisol levels, improve cognitive function, and even speed up recovery from illness. And it's no surprise that proximity to parks and walkable neighborhoods is consistently associated with higher levels of physical activity, encouraging us to move, to explore, to simply be outdoors. Crucially, these spaces must feel safe and be accessible to everyone. The concept of eyes on the street, eloquently described by urbanist Jane Jacobs, highlights how active, visible use of public spaces by diverse groups increases informal surveillance and enhances overall community safety. And universal design principles, ensuring spaces are usable by people of all abilities, don't just benefit those with disabilities. They improve the usability, safety, and comfort for a much broader population. From parents with strollers to seniors using walking aids, it's about opening every door, every path, to every individual. So, as you drift deeper into dreams, remember that the parks, the plazas, the quiet benches, and the bustling markets are not merely static elements of a city. They are living, breathing systems, intricately woven with the threads of social equity and community participation. They are a testament to our shared humanity, reflecting our collective aspirations for connection, well-being, and belonging. These spaces we've nurtured for people must now also nurture the planet itself. As the city lights begin to twinkle like scattered diamonds on a velvet cloth, let us drift our thoughts towards how our cities are learning to dance with the ever-changing rhythms of our planet. For a long time, we designed our cities as if they were separate from nature, concrete islands rising from the earth, independent and strong. But the whisper of a warming world, the rustle of changing winds, and the murmur of rising waters have taught us a profound lesson. Our cities are not separate. They are intricate parts of a larger living system. And just as a plant adapts to its garden, our cities must learn to adapt, to breathe, to flourish, even as the climate around them shifts. This is where the magic of sustainable urbanism and climate change adaptation begins. Imagine, if you will, our cities not as rigid structures, but as vast, living organisms. What would it mean for a city to breathe? It would mean incorporating more green spaces, like grand lungs filtering the air and cooling its very skin. Take, for instance, the quiet revolution happening on rooftops. No longer just barren expanses of tar or tile, many are becoming lush, green roofs. These aren't just pretty gardens suspended in the sky, they are vital pieces of a city's environmental puzzle. Think about the urban heat island effect, a phenomenon where cities, with their dark surfaces and lack of vegetation, can be significantly warmer than the surrounding rural areas, sometimes by as much as 10 to 20 degrees Celsius at night. These green roofs, with their verdant carpets of plants, act like a natural air conditioner. They absorb less solar radiation than conventional roofs, and the plants themselves release water vapor through a process called evapotranspiration, which has a powerful cooling effect. They also absorb rainwater, dramatically reducing the amount of stormwater runoff that overwhelms our drainage systems during heavy downpours. Each green rooftop is a tiny sponge, soaking up excess water and slowly releasing it, preventing flash floods and recharging local groundwater. This is a scientific fact woven into the very fabric of our urban landscapes, a silent, powerful adaptation. And it's not just rooftops. Imagine vertical gardens climbing the sides of buildings, turning concrete into canvas, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing fresh oxygen. Or bioswales, those gently sloped vegetated channels you might see alongside roads. They aren't just decorative ditches, they're ingenious natural filters. When rain falls, instead of rushing directly into storm drains, it flows into these bioswales where plants and soil naturally filter out pollutants like oil, heavy metals, and sediment before the water slowly seeps into the earth or enters the drainage system. This protects our rivers and oceans, keeping them cleaner and healthier. It's a marvel of ecological engineering, transforming a simple ditch into a hard-working guardian of our water quality. Now, if green spaces are the city's lungs and skin, what about its circulatory system? This is where how we move within our cities becomes crucial. Sustainable urbanism encourages us to think beyond the individual car. Imagine a city where walking and cycling are not just options, but preferred ways to get around. This is achieved through clever mixed-use development, where homes, shops, offices, and parks are all nestled closely together. You can live, work, and play within a short stroll or bike ride, reducing the need for long commutes. This naturally cuts down on vehicle emissions, especially greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, which are major contributors to climate change. Fewer cars mean cleaner air, quieter streets, and more vibrant, connected communities. Coupled with this, imagine efficient, reliable public transportation networks. Electric buses gliding silently, trains weaving through the landscape. These systems can carry thousands of people with a far smaller carbon footprint per person than individual cars. Studies have consistently shown that robust public transit networks are key to reducing urban carbon emissions and traffic congestion. It's like switching from 1,000 tiny individual streams to one mighty, efficient river, carrying us all where we need to go with grace and less impact. And how does a city nourish itself? We're seeing a beautiful resurgence of urban agriculture. Community gardens blossoming on empty lots, rooftop farms providing fresh produce, even vertical farms growing food indoors with minimal water. These initiatives aren't just about growing food. They reduce food miles, the distance food travels from farm to plate, significantly cutting down on transportation-related emissions. They also foster community, provide educational opportunities, and even contribute to local biodiversity by creating habitats for pollinators like bees and butterflies. Imagine picking fresh herbs from a garden just blocks from your home, knowing its journey was short and sweet, reducing its carbon shadow. Then there's the silent hum of clean energy. Cities are increasingly integrating renewable energy sources into their very architecture. Solar panels gleam on rooftops, not just on individual homes, but on skyscrapers and public buildings, harnessing the sun's abundant energy. Wind turbines, where appropriate, might stand as graceful sentinels, turning the invisible breeze into electric power. The goal is to create microgrids, localized energy systems that can operate independently, making cities more resilient to power outages and reducing reliance on fossil fuels. This transition is crucial, as the energy sector is one of the largest emitters of greenhouse gases. By shifting to renewables, cities are taking powerful steps towards a carbon-neutral future. But adaptation goes beyond just greening, and adaptation goes cleaning. It's about building resilience, the ability to bounce back from the inevitable impacts of climate change. For cities facing rising sea levels, this means restoring natural coastal wetlands and mangrove forests, which act as living barriers, absorbing storm surges and preventing erosion. Scientific data shows that a healthy coastal wetland can reduce the height of storm waves by significant margins, often protecting inland areas far more effectively and sustainably than concrete seawalls alone. For cities experiencing more intense heat waves, it means planting more trees, creating vast urban forests that provide shade and cool the air. It means developing cool pavements made of reflective materials that absorb less heat. For those grappling with heavier rainfall and increased flooding, it means building larger detention ponds and engineered wetlands to hold excess water, slowly releasing it back into the system rather than allowing it to overwhelm communities. These are deliberate, thoughtful strategies designed to protect lives, infrastructure, and livelihoods from the escalating challenges of our changing climate. Ultimately, sustainable urbanism and climate change adaptation are about reimagining our relationship with our environment. It's about designing cities that are not just efficient, but also beautiful, equitable, and nurturing. It's about harnessing human ingenuity to create places where both people and nature can thrive, even as the world around us evolves. It's a collective dream, an ongoing experiment in living lightly and wisely on our shared earth. As you drift deeper into the velvet darkness, let these visions of adaptable, breathing cities settle gently in your mind. For just as our cities learn to adapt and prepare for a brighter tomorrow, so too can we find peace and readiness in the quiet moments of the night. And so, as our city dreams quietly beneath the moon, we can begin to see its hidden workings, much like the intricate clockwork of a beautiful old watch. Tonight, let's turn our gaze to how the city moves, how it breathes, how it connects all its various parts, through its magnificent transportation systems and the very ground they rest upon, its infrastructure evolving now into a smart city. Imagine, if you will, the city as a living, breathing being. Its roads, rails, and pathways are its arteries and veins, tirelessly carrying lifeblood, people, and goods from one corner to another. From the very first pathways etched by ancient feet to the grand multi-lane highways of today, our cities have always been defined by how easily we can travel within them. Each morning, countless journeys begin, like tiny currents flowing into larger streams, eventually merging into rivers of traffic. We often think of traffic as a chaotic thing, but scientists and engineers study it with fascinating precision, sometimes using principles akin to fluid dynamics, where individual vehicles act like molecules in a flowing stream. They analyze how density affects flow, how bottlenecks form, and how even small changes, like the timing of a traffic signal cycle, can dramatically impact the rhythm of an entire urban area. But these journeys, whether by car, bus, train, or bicycle, wouldn't be possible without the remarkable foundation beneath them, the city's infrastructure. Think of it as the very skeleton of the urban body, strong and resilient. The vast network of roads, for instance, isn't just paved asphalt. Beneath your tires lie layers of precisely engineered materials, carefully designed to withstand immense weight, resist the whims of weather, and drain rainwater effectively. Engineers delve into the material science of asphalt and concrete, researching new admixtures to make them more durable, more sustainable, and even self-healing. Bridges gracefully arch over rivers and valleys, defying gravity through principles of structural engineering, where forces are distributed with elegant balance, often utilizing sophisticated steel alloys and high-strength concrete to bear their monumental loads. And the railways, with their precise gauge and robust track beds, guide massive trains with incredible efficiency, powered by complex electrification systems or powerful diesel engines, all controlled by intricate signaling systems that act like the train's nervous system, ensuring safety and optimal spacing. Yet, this powerful skeleton needs constant care and attention. Just like our own bodies, infrastructure ages. Corrosion can subtly weaken steel, temperature changes can cause concrete to expand and contract, leading to tiny cracks, and the constant stress of traffic takes its toll. Traditionally, monitoring this vast network involved manual inspections, a monumental task. But now, our cities are getting smarter. This is where the concept of smart infrastructure begins to hum into existence. Imagine tiny, silent guardians embedded within our bridges, roads, and even train tracks. Internet of Things, IoT sensors. These aren't just simple switches. They're sophisticated devices that can monitor everything from minute vibrations and stress levels to temperature fluctuations and the presence of moisture. A fiber optic sensor, woven into a bridge cable, for example, can detect the slightest strain that might indicate a developing structural issue long before it becomes visible to the human eye. This allows for predictive maintenance, shifting from reactive repairs after something breaks to proactive interventions before failure, saving resources and enhancing safety. This network of smart infrastructure then becomes the foundation for a much grander concept, the smart city integration of transportation. Imagine a city that can truly listen, learn, and respond. The data streaming from these countless sensors about traffic speed, road conditions, public transit occupancy, even the availability of parking spaces, is collected and analyzed by powerful artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML, algorithms. These algorithms are like the city's tireless superbrain, identifying patterns, predicting congestion, and even forecasting maintenance needs. To make sense of all this information, a robust communication backbone is essential. This is where advanced connectivity, like 5G networks and ubiquitous Wi-Fi, acts as the city's nervous system, instantly transmitting data between vehicles, infrastructure, and control centers. This enables vehicle-to-infrastructure, V2I, and vehicle-to-vehicle, VV2V. Communication, allowing cars to talk to traffic lights about their approach or to alert other cars about hazards ahead. This seamless flow of information allows for dynamic changes. Traffic lights can adapt their timing in real time to ease congestion, public transit routes can be adjusted based on demand fluctuations, and digital signs can guide drivers to available parking, reducing unnecessary circling. Consider the evolution of public transportation within this smart framework. Instead of fixed schedules and routes, a truly integrated system can offer more responsive services. On-demand microtransit, using smaller electric vehicles, can fill gaps in traditional bus routes, optimizing resource use while providing greater flexibility. For larger systems like trains, AI can predict when maintenance will be needed on specific components, minimizing downtime and maximizing efficiency. Furthermore, the integration of autonomous vehicles, AVs, holds the promise of transforming urban mobility. These self-driving cars, guided by sophisticated LiDAR, radar, and camera systems that create a detailed 3D map of their surroundings, could potentially reduce traffic accidents, optimize road capacity, and even change our relationship with car ownership. They communicate not just with each other, but with the smart infrastructure, forming a harmonious ballet on our roads. And at the heart of all this technological marvel lies a profound commitment to sustainability. Smart transportation systems are designed to reduce our environmental footprint. By optimizing traffic flow, they minimize idling and fuel consumption, thereby lowering carbon emissions. The widespread adoption of electric vehicles, EVs, supported by a strategically placed and intelligently managed network of charging infrastructure, becomes a cornerstone of greener cities. And let's not forget the power of promoting active transportation, making walking and cycling safer, more pleasant, and better integrated with public transit. encouraging healthier lifestyles and less reliance on private cars. Ultimately, the integration of transportation systems, infrastructure, and smart city technologies isn't just about moving faster or more efficiently. It's about designing a city that is more resilient, more equitable, and more responsive to the needs of its people and the planet. It's about creating an urban tapestry where every thread of movement contributes to a healthier, more vibrant whole. Yet even the smartest systems mean little if people cannot afford to live in the city they serve. As the city hums its quiet evening song, we find ourselves drifting deeper into its intricate patterns, much like tracing the delicate veins on a leaf, each one vital to the whole. Tonight, we'll explore a particularly tender part of the urban fabric, the very notion of home within our bustling metropolises, and how its availability shapes the lives that unfold within. Imagine, if you will, the city as a grand, ancient tree. Its roots are its people. Its branches, the myriad opportunities and services that reach skyward. For this tree to stand strong, every root needs firm ground. Every leaf needs its share of sunlight. This brings us to a crucial concept in urban planning, one that profoundly impacts the well-being of the city's inhabitants: housing affordability. At its heart, affordability isn't just about the price tag on a home, it's about balance. Think of it like the body's metabolic rate. Just as our bodies need a certain balance of nutrients to thrive, a household needs a healthy balance between its income and its housing costs. When this balance is disturbed, the whole system can become stressed. Urban planners and social scientists often use a simple yet powerful metric: the housing cost burden. A household is generally considered to be housing burdened if it spends more than 30% of its gross income on housing-related expenses. This isn't an arbitrary number, it's a threshold. Beyond it, families often struggle to afford other basic necessities: nutritious food, adequate health care, reliable transportation, even educational supplies for their children. When housing becomes unaffordable, it's like a silent, invisible pressure building within the city's arteries. The scientific literature reveals a cascade of negative effects. Children in housing-stressed families often experience more residential mobility, changing schools frequently, which can disrupt their learning and social development. Adults face increased stress, which can lead to poorer health outcomes and reduced productivity. The inability to save or invest means that economic mobility, the chance to improve one's circumstances, becomes a distant dream for many. It's a challenge of resource allocation within the household, and when housing consumes too much, other vital resources are depleted. But what causes this pressure to build? It's a complex interplay of supply and demand dynamics. On one hand, you have a finite amount of land in desirable urban areas, coupled with often slow and costly construction processes. On the other, you have growing populations drawn to cities for jobs and amenities, and increasingly, an influx of investment capital that views housing not just as shelter, but as a financial asset. This can lead to what's known as speculative investment, where properties are bought and sold primarily for profit, sometimes driving up prices beyond the reach of local wages. Zoning regulations, while essential for orderly development, can also inadvertently limit the type and density of housing that can be built, further constraining supply. Now, imagine a gentle wave slowly changing the coastline. This brings us to another significant urban phenomenon, often intertwined with affordability challenges: gentrification. It's a process that's frequently misunderstood, carrying both promises and perils. Gentrification refers to the socio-economic and demographic changes that occur in historically disinvested urban neighborhoods when higher-income residents and businesses move in. It's a complex form of urban ecological succession, where one community of residents and businesses is gradually replaced by another, often bringing substantial physical transformation. On one hand, gentrification can bring undeniable benefits. Previously neglected areas may see an influx of private and public investment, leading to improved infrastructure, better roads, new parks, revitalized public spaces. Crime rates may decrease, and new amenities like specialty grocery stores and cafes might emerge. This renewal can be seen as a positive regeneration, much like pruning a plant encourages new, healthier growth. However, the scientific study of urban change reveals a darker side. The very improvements that make a neighborhood more attractive also drive up property values and rents. This creates an economic squeeze for the original, often lower-income residents. For homeowners, rising property taxes can become unsustainable, forcing them to sell. For renters, soaring rents and landlord decisions to convert buildings to higher-paying tenants lead to displacement. This isn't just a physical relocation, it's a social and cultural uprooting. The social capital of a community, the networks of trust, shared norms, and mutual support that have developed over decades, can be eroded. Local businesses, often small, family-owned establishments that serve the original community, are often priced out or replaced by chain stores catering to the new demographic. Research on demographic shifts during gentrification shows a common pattern: a decrease in the proportion of lower-income households, and often a significant change in the racial and ethnic composition of the neighborhood. This can lead to a loss of cultural diversity and a feeling of alienation for those who remain. It's a paradox: progress that creates inequity, improvement that leads to loss, a beautiful new bloom that shades out the older, established flora. So, how do we navigate these shifting tides to ensure that our urban tree flourishes for all its roots and branches? This leads us to our final concept: inclusive growth. This isn't just economic growth, it's economic expansion that is intentionally designed to create opportunities and improve outcomes for all residents, especially those who have been historically marginalized or are most vulnerable to displacement. Murmur. Inclusive growth asks us to think of the city as a shared garden, where every plant, no matter how small, receives adequate sunlight and nourishment. Urban planning becomes a tool for nurturing this balance. Strategies for inclusive growth are diverse and rooted in a deep understanding of urban dynamics. They include policies aimed at preserving existing affordable housing, such as rent stabilization or just cause eviction protections, which act as a shield against rapid displacement. They also involve creating new affordable housing through mechanisms like community land trusts, where the land is held in perpetuity by a non-profit for the benefit of the community, separating the cost of land from the cost of housing and locking in affordability for future generations. Imagine a strong, deep anchor holding a ship steady in turbulent waters. Another approach involves mixed income developments, carefully integrating housing for different income levels within the same neighborhoods, fostering a more diverse and equitable social fabric. Urban planners also focus on equitable investment, directing public resources for transit, parks, schools, and job training into underserved communities in a way that truly benefits existing residents without triggering rapid gentrification. It's about strategic nourishment, ensuring the growth strengthens the entire system rather than just a privileged few. Achieving inclusive growth requires a holistic perspective, acknowledging that a city's health isn't measured solely by its skyline or its economic output, but by the well-being of all its inhabitants. It demands continuous monitoring through social science research, gathering data on housing stability, income disparities, and community cohesion. It's about listening to the city's quiet whispers and its sometimes unheard cries, and then acting with compassion and foresight. As the night deepens and the city's lights begin to twinkle like scattered stardust, we are reminded that urban planning is not just about drawing lines on maps or erecting buildings. It's about shaping lives, fostering communities, and striving for a future where every individual can find their firm footing, their true home, within the bustling, beating heart of our cities. As we drift into the quiet hum of tomorrow, we'll continue our exploration of how our cities breathe and grow, turning our gaze next towards the intricate dance between urban design and the very air we breathe. Speaking of the future, let us drift gently forward, past the familiar skylines we know today, into a whisper of what tomorrow's cities might become. Imagine, if you will, not just concrete and glass, but cities that breathe, that learn, that even dream. This is the promise of the future, a canvas upon which our most innovative minds are painting a new kind of urban life. Picture a city, not unlike a living organism. Just as your own body has a nervous system that carries information, future cities are envisioned with an intricate web of sensors, like tiny, vigilant eyes and ears embedded in their very fabric. These aren't just for surveillance, no, but for listening to the city's pulse. We call this the Internet of Things, or IoT, a vast network where streetlights, waste bins, traffic signals, and even the very air itself communicate. These silent messengers can detect when a trash bin is full, sending a signal to optimize collection routes, reducing unnecessary journeys and fuel consumption. They can monitor air quality, detecting microscopic particles that we can't see or smell, and provide real-time data to residents and planners. Scientists estimate that by the end of this decade, there could be tens of billions of these interconnected devices worldwide, transforming our urban landscapes into incredibly responsive environments. This constant flow of data allows the city to become more efficient, more reactive, and ultimately more livable, much like a well-tuned orchestra where every instrument plays in perfect harmony. Now let's think about how these future cities might power themselves, how they might stay cool and green. Today, Cities are significant energy consumers, responsible for around 75% of global energy consumption and emitting 80% of greenhouse gases. But imagine buildings with intelligent skins, their facades shimmering with integrated solar panels, quietly harnessing the sun's gentle rays, much like a sunflower turning its face towards the light. Rooftops might not just be empty spaces, but vibrant green havens, alive with vegetation. These green roofs are not only beautiful, providing calming natural spaces high above the bustling streets, but they also serve a vital ecological function. They absorb rainwater, reducing runoff and the burden on drainage systems, and perhaps most importantly, they help combat the urban heat island effect. This phenomenon, where dark, impervious surfaces in cities absorb and radiate more heat than natural landscapes, can make cities several degrees warmer than surrounding rural areas. Green roofs and even cool pavements made from reflective materials can significantly lower urban temperatures, making our cities more comfortable and reducing the need for energy-intensive air conditioning. It's like giving the city a cool, refreshing blanket to wear. Beyond just cooling, these cities will also be producers of food. Imagine towering structures, sometimes called vertical farms, where crops are grown indoors, layer upon layer, using advanced techniques like hydroponics or aeroponics. These methods use significantly less water, up to 95% less than traditional field farming. And because they're local, they drastically cut down on the transportation emissions associated with getting food from farm to plate. It's like a giant, shimmering greenhouse, reaching for the sky, bringing fresh, pesticide-free produce directly to urban dwellers, a testament to humanity's ingenuity in creating sustainable food systems within the very heart of our communities. And how will we move through these remarkable urban tapestries? The hum of engines might fade into a quiet whisper as autonomous vehicles become the norm. These self-driving cars, buses, and delivery vans will communicate with each other and with the city's smart infrastructure, creating a seamless ballet of movement. They could optimize routes, reduce traffic congestion, and drastically cut down on accidents caused by human error. Parking spaces, which consume vast swathes of valuable urban land today, might be repurposed for green spaces or housing, as autonomous fleets could be shared, constantly circulating, only parking when truly needed. And perhaps, for longer distances or a truly breathtaking commute, we might see the gentle rise and fall of electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOLs whisking people across the skyline like silent, elegant birds navigating the urban air currents. Guiding all this complexity will be a powerful ally: artificial intelligence. AI will analyze the immense streams of data from all those IoT sensors, detecting patterns, predicting needs, and optimizing systems in ways that are impossible for humans alone. Imagine AI predicting potential maintenance issues in infrastructure before they occur, scheduling repairs to prevent disruptions. Or think of the digital twin concept, a precise virtual replica of an entire city, or even just a building. This digital twin is constantly updated with real-time data from its physical counterpart, allowing urban planners to simulate changes, test new policies, and foresee potential impacts before a single brick is laid. It's like having a magical crystal ball, offering insights into the consequences of our choices, allowing us to design with unprecedented foresight and precision. Cities like Singapore and Helsinki are already pioneering the use of these digital replicas to make smarter, more sustainable decisions. Plus, and these technological marvels aren't just about efficiency. They are a response to pressing global trends. The world continues to urbanize at an extraordinary pace. The United Nations projects that by 2050, nearly 68% of the global population will live in urban areas. This massive shift necessitates cities that are not only smart, but also resilient, able to withstand the impacts of climate change, from rising sea levels to more extreme weather events. Future cities will incorporate advanced flood defenses, permeable pavements that allow water to seep into the ground rather than overwhelming sewers, and infrastructure designed to withstand stronger winds and hotter temperatures. They'll embrace the principles of a circular economy where waste is minimized and resources are continually reused and recycled, much like nature's own cycles. But amidst all this technological wonder, we must remember the heart of the city, its people. Future cities will strive to be inclusive, ensuring that these advanced technologies benefit everyone, bridging the digital divide and providing accessible services for an aging global population. They will be places where technology serves humanity, creating vibrant, diverse, and healthy communities for all. As the day gently folds itself into twilight, we've journeyed together through the quiet grandeur of urban planning. We've seen how, from the very first flicker of human gathering, a deep-seated desire began to take root. The wish to build not just shelters, but homes, not just paths, but connections, not just spaces, but communities. Imagine those first whispers of an idea, a shared dream to arrange life, to bring a gentle order to the wild expanse around us. It was never a sudden leap, but a slow, thoughtful dance, a response to simple needs, evolving into complex wonders. From the choice of where a fire pit might best gather families, to the careful consideration of how water might flow gently to every door, or how a common green space could invite shared laughter under the sun and moon. Each step was a quiet question, met with an equally quiet, considered answer, unfolding over countless generations. We've reflected on how these early patterns grew, expanding softly like ripples on a calm pond. How the need for safety led to boundaries, how the desire for commerce painted vibrant market squares, and how the yearning for beauty inspired grand boulevards and serene parks. It was always a conversation between humanity and the earth, a patient shaping of our surroundings to better nurture the lives within them, not with haste, but with a deep, enduring intention. Think of all the quiet visions that have guided these endeavors. The unseen hands sketching lines on parchment, the thoughtful minds weighing the balance of light and shadow, sound and silence, the bustling and the still. Urban planning, at its heart, is a testament to this profound human impulse, to care for one another, to create spaces where dreams can gently unfurl, where quiet moments of connection can blossom. It's the gentle art of thinking ahead, of imagining a soft future where convenience meets beauty and where every shared corner holds a promise of belonging. It's the whisper of a river being guided gently to hydrate a thirsty town, the consideration of a park bench placed just so to catch the warmth of the afternoon sun, or the design of a path that invites a leisurely stroll rather than a hurried rush. Every bridge, every building, every quiet street light carries within it the echo of 1,000 gentle thoughts, aimed at making life a little smoother, a little more harmonious, a little more kind. And this journey, we remember, is never truly finished. Cities are like living, breathing entities, always growing, always adapting, always finding new rhythms. They are not static monuments, but flowing narratives, gently reshaped by each new generation, by every quiet dream that seeks expression. There's a comforting continuity in this, a reassurance that the care and intention woven into the fabric of our towns and cities will continue to evolve, softly, patiently, always striving for that elusive balance between the natural world and the spaces we build. Null. So, as the world outside settles into its nighttime hush, know that these quiet decisions, these thoughtful designs, these gentle arrangements are all around you. They cradle your very own home, your street, your beloved neighborhood. They are the silent, steadfast guardians of your comfort, the unspoken architects of your peace. It's a wonderful thought, isn't it? To realize that so much gentle consideration has gone into crafting the world where you peacefully lay your head. Tonight, as you drift into slumber, let these thoughts become a soft lullaby. Imagine the cities of the world sleeping under a blanket of stars, their planned spaces holding countless dreams. Feel the gentle pulse of the world, knowing that the journey of urban planning, this continuous dance of care and creation, continues even as you rest. It unfolds in the quiet corners of our minds, in the hopeful visions of tomorrow, and perhaps most beautifully, in the peaceful landscapes of your dreams. Let your mind wander through perfectly planned gardens, along softly lit streets that invite quiet reflection, or through vibrant, friendly neighborhoods where every detail feels just right. Allow yourself to be cradled by the thought that this gentle work, this caring architecture of our shared lives is always ongoing, always improving, always reaching for a more beautiful, more harmonious way for us all to live together. Rest now, my dear one. Let your thoughts be as calm as a sleeping city, as serene as a well-tended park at dawn. The journey of shaping our world is a gentle, ongoing dream, and it waits patiently for you to rejoin it. When morning light softly touches your window, sleep peacefully, knowing that the world is a thoughtfully arranged place, ready for your quiet dreams to add their own gentle colors. Good night.